Hello and welcome to Matchday Menu. I'm your host, Amy. I'm actually hosting Crystal Palace fans today, which may be quite painful for me. Unfortunate timing. I'm here with Mr. Crystal Palace himself, Ollie. And I'm here with Joe from the Palace One. Actually being hosted by Freddy's today in Selhurst, which is great for matchday food, or just if you fancy a burger and you're local, come on in.
There's not really much to report. We just broke our Premier League points record and won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. So all in all, first ever trophy. Yeah, I'll probably rate it like a 7 out of 10.
10 out of 10, absolutely.
That was unreal. Yeah, Villa actually played a big part in it.
Yeah, I am aware.
Made it really easy for us. 3-0, could have been 4, could have been 5, but we thought, we'd let you off. But thank you so much.
Twist the knife, please, if you don't mind. Would you say it was a fair result to start with?
Yes.
3-0 reflects the whole game.
I guess it could have flattened us a little bit, but I think apart from the first kind of 15 minutes of each half, I thought we were the better team. I think you started off pretty well. Second half, you started well, but you didn't really threaten much apart from that one. I think there was like one chance of Ollie Watkins in the first half that Dino, as he always does, point blank range, made the save. Other than that, I can't really think of anything. And I thought we were a really good first half. We missed Adam Orton when he went off. Oh, so sad, obviously losing him, but the goal from Guehi, let's just talk about that.
That was fantastic.
That, from a defender who was man of the match by far, but that finish, he has
Beautiful.
no right to do that, does he?
It was rude. I thought it was very rude, actually.
And it could have ended there, but Ismail Assar has to pop up and score against Villa.
Actually, I was watching it at home because I'm a plastic fan.
Oh, wow. Am I the only real fan here?
I would like to add that I had been to Fredrikstad that week to watch Palace play in Norway.
I'll let you off with that one, I think.
Villa are a good team, and I always fear Villa, and I never ever back us to win. But I just don't seem to learn from history. For some reason, under Glasner, we just always beat Villa. But Villa haven't started the season very well.
No, it's been terrible.
Fair to say,
very fair, yeah. The second half, I thought that this is it now. Because we just came on. You could tell we had a really good halftime team talk, and we came out with a vengeance.
We did this against Villa a lot last season too. We just scored goals at really good times.
Yeah.
Like at the semi-final, not to keep going back to the semi-final.
That's your whole personality.
That's one thing we do well under Glasner is we just always seem to score when momentum is starting to go against us, and you think, oh God, is this going to go away? We just seem to score at those moments, and we did that on Sunday as well.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest as well, I wouldn't have said that your football particularly impressed me. It was more the lack of quality from us that allowed you to get through us. I do think had we have got the first goal, I do think it would have been a different story. I really do think. I think we're waiting for that goal. We just haven't had one yet this season.
That's mad.
It is crazy. Yeah, come, please. Bring it over.
Chicken and chips.
I mean, what do you want?
Do you want to be on the?
I'll try. This one is dirty fries with Nashville tenders. The Nashville tenders with medium spice. This one is our mac and cheese. This one is double smash burger, and this one is hot Nashville chicken burger. And your fries. If you need anything else, we can provide you.
Oh, I think that's good for me as well. Thank you so much. And I forgot to ask you the first question, so I'm really sorry to all my dedicated fans. There's been 2 episodes. Joe, what's your match day menu? What is it you would typically have before or after the game?
I'm really boring, to be honest. I don't really have this kind of match day food ritual. I kind of meet my dad and my brothers in a pub, probably in East Croydon, maybe the Bedford Tavern. I love a good spoons, chicken and chips, burger and chips and a pint under a
Cheap
tenner.
and cheerful.
Can't go wrong. But my dad, he loves a half-price pie after the game at Cellar. So in the White Horse Lane stand, if you come out, there's always a half-price pie for £2.50.
If you linger around the Holt pub outside Villa Park for long enough, and we're talking a few hours, you get free sausage rolls. Tried and tested multiple times. Right, dig in, guys. Thank you.
Our first away game, Chelsea, and the Community Shield, I went for brunch before both of them, but went for a proper brunch, which is not exactly proper footy. For a normal home game, I would rather spend my hard-earned money on beer, so I'll normally eat before I come. Actually, what I do quite a lot is I like going for a run on a Saturday morning before the game, and then having a big fry up.
Okay.
But a homemade one.
Life is about balance, they say.
Then run, brunch, beer, get home, have a big dinner.
Stunning.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That is delicious.
10 out of 10. I've just committed to this whole chicken, so I'm going to put this down for a second.
This
I thought
burger's
it was
banging.
smaller and then I picked it.
I might try this little mac and cheese job.
It's good. I don't want to talk about it, really. But let's start with the FA Cup. Obviously, that hurt me in the semi-final, but ultimately, deserved winners. Was so nice for it to be a different team, not Man City. That was really, really nice. You bossed the whole thing, didn't you?
Yeah, it was nice to feel the support of the UK, the world actually, for the day, which has never really happened in my life or any Palace fan's life. I think the FA Cup final probably will forever be the best day of my life.
Yeah.
Like,
You were having fun on the semi-final, though, weren't you?
the semi-final was great. That was great for a different because we were in hospitality together.
Yeah, shit face.
Yeah, and that was great because it was just like obviously being in hospitality at Wembley is amazing. The experience was great, and Palace just like won comfortably. It was just like, oh my god, I can't believe this is my life. And the final, like, we're back right with the fans, and it was so stressful. The one moment that really stands out from that game for me isn't necessarily the goal or the penalty save. It was when Doku dragged his shot wide at the end, and it was like, oh my god, Henderson's going to get this goal kick, and we're going to win. And like that was just when everyone around me just started losing it, and like I was like, I'm not gonna start crying yet. I'm not gonna start crying. I looked to my mate on my right, and he was just sobbing already, and I was like, "Oh no, I can't do that.
Like an out of body experience, like it
Yeah.
really was. Like
Surreal,
the emotion was like, obviously I'm like absolutely ecstatic. I'm relieved because those 10 minutes went on for a very long time.
Yeah.
And like you say, when Doku's shot went, you can see it on the screen as well. So you can see the fans starting to celebrate on the screen and obviously all around you. And then, yeah, the moment it went, I just broke down, to be honest. I don't know, I think everyone else did. Like it's surreal. Like, we may never get that, but we do get it again, because we did it again.
Now you're just showing off, right?
And then we'll do it again when we win the Conference League, obviously.
Incredible. I mean, I think the FA Cup, being English as well, is like one of the best cups in the
Yeah.
world. Brings me on to my next question. Is the Community Shield a real cup?
It is now, yeah.
If you win, yeah.
The best thing about the Community Shield was the fact that you could go to Wembley and not be consumed by anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really care.
I was going to say, you
lost.
probably wouldn't have cared, would you?
No, and it was great to win. Like, everyone was really happy. I don't know who this person was. Someone behind me started crying when we won the penalty shootout.
Do you guys all just cry
And I
all
was
the
like-
time, wasn't it?
And that was just like a fun day. If we win, great. If we don't win, there's no like long-term consequences of this.
It's an unwritten rule. If you lose, it's a glorified friendly, and if you win, it's the major trophy.
Glorified
Like,
friendly is the perfect way
it
of
is.
putting it, I would say.
like,
So, good day out. Happy you won. So we're calling it, is this some kind of double? Are we calling it
Yeah,
the double?
100%.
It is.
100% it's a double. Because we won the FA Cup and the Community Shield, we're basically champions of England.
most successful team in England right now.
Yeah.
We are. No English team has won more trophies this calendar year than Palace.
It's one of those stats no one would talk about other than a Palace fan, but
Yeah.
also I've
Yeah.
written on my gravestone. or
100%.
something. You made a crazy TikTok the other day. You mentioned Unai Emery's name in it.
And I stand by it.
I want to explain your TikTok first and foremost, because
so-
I don't agree with it.
I questioned why I feel like generally in England, Unai Emery is just like automatically in everyone's top 3 Premier League managers. And you know what? I said that before the season started.
Put some respect on the name.
It's actually aging quite well because he's having a terrible start.
It's been 3 games,
But the
all
thing
right?
is, right, I mean, I do, and this isn't to say I don't really rate Emery. I do really rate Emery. He's done an amazing job at Villa. Obviously, I was pitching Glasner over him. I think what Glasner's done at Palace is, to say it was more impressive than Unai Emery at Villa does not mean he's not done an amazing job at Villa. Cannot reiterate enough how brilliant Emery has been at Villa. Sometimes it's a bit distorted by how bad Gerrard was. Like, Villa were in the relegation zone.
Not just Gerrard. We had 10 managers
Yeah,
between Martin O'Neill's departure and Unai Emery.
I don't think Villa have like no right to be in the top 4. Martin O'Neill, I think you were like 5th one year.
5th
like,
and 6th.
Yeah, you were up
kind
there.
of Europa.
Whereas like Palace really don't have any right to be winning the FA Cup and the Community Shield.
Yeah.
Did I
Which
mention
is
we
why
won the FA Cup
love
and the
it.
Community Shield?
You should have mentioned it sooner. What?
I was just proposing that maybe Glasner should be above. Maybe Emery could be 4th. Great.
I
That's
actually
great.
think there's an argument. Oh, I'm going to sound like the deluded Villa fan.
Don't say
I'll
Pep.
say anyway.
Don't say Pep.
If you look at the likes of Pep, all the money, all the freedom, winning with an inherited team, he brought in players, but Unai took a team that was not long been promoted from the Championship, battling relegation, and brought us to Europe in like his first year. We were in the Champions League. If you'd have said that to me 5 years ago, and I am deluded, we know that, I would have laughed in your face. Me. What he's done with literally nothing is more impressive. I feel I could have gone to Man City and made a
I
success.
could have gone to Palace and won the FA Cup. Then.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where I thought you were
might
going.
have had the
already.
treble with me, all right?
There is obviously an element of football bias. There always is going to be. The only thing I'd say about Glasner, the difference with Emery for me is that the overrated and underrated. I'm not saying Emery's overrated, but he's talked about in these conversations. Oliver Glasner is in no one's mouth.
Do you know, I
when
would agree with that.
Both can exist. Like, obviously, Emery can be absolutely fantastic, and so can Glasner. But But like you say, now they're had a really bad start, but people jumping on him.
Oh, if we win
ludicrous.
2 on the bounce now, everyone's going to call him a hero again.
And you'll be absolutely fine. He's a world-class manager.
Yeah.
Like you say, where you were with Steven Gerrard.
Got more Glasner prop. He took over, and he did so well with the team at the end of the 23-24 season. But then we sold Elise, we sold Anderson, Jordan Ayew, and like, you might laugh at Jordan Ayew, Villa legend.
I like Jordan Ayew.
He played a lot of games for us that year. Like, he was an important squad member. And then he like reinvented the team. Like, we played the same system, but it was an entirely different 11 basically, and we played a different way. And then it was as successful again. Like, I'm pretty sure, obviously at the moment we're 14 games unbeaten in all competition, which I think is a club record for when we've been in the top flight. In that time, we played Chelsea away, Arsenal away, Spurs away, Villa in the Cup, Liverpool in the Community Shield, City in the Cup final. Not lost any of them. I think this calendar year, I read a few weeks ago, so it's been updated. We'd played 25 games this calendar year, so probably like 28 or 29 now, and we've only lost 4 of them. Established, like, Palace shouldn't be doing that.
Well, can I just say, I was going to actually refer to you guys as a fan base, but even just you two as humble. Now, that's going to sound shocking given how much you've been giving it already.
Bragging, yeah.
But you actually are in a way, because you've got these fantastic stats. And you've done these wonderful things that most teams can only dream of. Yet, you even said at the start when we spoke about Villa versus Palace on paper, how we are the superior team. You're being quite humble there. If you've done all of that with the team you've got, obviously minus Eze, we'll get onto that, but is there not an argument that you are better? Do you just feel like your look's going to run out? What is it?
It's twofold. I quite like that we're viewed as like an underdog-ish team, not in like a people underestimate us way, but in a, like, that's what I've always grown up with Palace being. I feel that's an important part of identity, is kind of being an underdog. And I don't want to be like, yeah, we should be in conversation with these teams, because I don't really want to be in the conversations. But also, as a Palace fan, there just is always an impending sense of doom. It just doesn't matter how good things are going. It's just like, what's going to go wrong? Even like the whole Europa League thing was just like, of course this has happened. Like, of course this has happened. Who else would this happen to?
I was so glad about it.
What? Oh, because
I feel like we're a shoo-in to win the Europa this season. Yeah. And when I realised you were in it, I was like, oh, no. And when you guys got demoted, I actually cheered. I think, oh, you would have smashed us. And
only hope all Palace fans, when I say to you, if you play Forest, please, absolutely batter them. I mean, Parish has to take some responsibility, absolutely.
Yeah.
But we all know that Marinakis is involved here. And if Forest fans don't want to believe that, that's absolutely fine. Like, they've got the Europa League. Happy days for them. But
don't worry, we'll smash them.
But their owner is corrupt. And
United are on my radar for lots of reasons, because we keep buying their players. Their players aren't performing.
Yeah, Sancho and Rashford.
Who I think that Sancho is going to be Rashford 2.0, and I think if anyone can revive a footballer's career, it'd be Unai Emery. So
I like Sancho's signing. I do like that.
Yeah, but what I'm like a bit annoyed about with like Emi Martinez wanting to go, well, annoyed in general now, he's stuck at Villa, it's very awkward. What is it about Manchester United that's pulling players? It's got to just be the name.
Well, I think, as Gary Neville always says, this is Manchester United.
But what a step down that would have been from Villa to United.
It's like, the cliche is, it's like when a partner's like, I can change him, I can change her. Like, you think that you can change this toxic person, but they're not going to change. And that's what people think about Man United. They think they can go in there and change them. And I don't know. We're at the point now where I don't even know what would change them. I fear one answer they will turn to soon is Glasner.
I'm going to piggyback off that conversation, actually. Are you worried about losing him?
Worried's probably the wrong word, because I'm pretty resigned to it happening at some point in the next year or so. Right. I'm quite accepting of this as a Palace fan. It kind of goes back to the humble thing. A lot of football fans, I think Villa fans have actually slated me for being like this before. It's like, I accept our place in the food chain. I'm like, you know what? If Eze wants to go to Arsenal, if Guehi wants to go to Liverpool, if Glasner wants to go to United or whoever, I'm like, that's unfortunately just football.
Yeah,
is my view of it.
Keeping Guehi, that's great. How'd you manage that?
Yeah.
How did you manage that?
Great.
Were you trying to keep him?
All summer, Guehi was pretty happy to stay, I'm pretty sure. And we were basically trying to sell him because we wanted to get the money for him. Well, we didn't get any acceptable offers. On deadline day, we got that acceptable offer, or the day before. And for some reason, we decided that was a good idea to accept the bid. Obviously, everyone, Palace fans, and most importantly, Glasner, were like, what is going on here? We tried to get a replacement in on 8 hours' notice. Shocking news, we couldn't. So he stayed. I mean, like, the end result is great. You look at our squad now, I'm like, you know what? This is a really good squad. I think we can go far in Europe, and we hopefully won't have too many injury problems because we've got good options everywhere. But the way we got there on deadline day,
How was the heart rate?
I still haven't recovered from
It felt like a good old-fashioned transfer deadline.
it was, and I was
just need Jim
and
White
I
with
had
his
Sky
yellow
Sports
tie.
on. I was working from home, and I had Sky Sports on like all day, and it was like really nostalgic.
Yeah.
But I'm not used to Palace pitching
about so
in
much,
it.
yeah.
We're in it. It's all about Mark Guehi. Like Isak and Wissa was kind of mostly sorted. I know it wasn't like sorted, but it was basically done.
Yeah.
Whereas the whole Mark Guehi thing, it was like 4:00. It got announced that he was going, and obviously like the Palace meltdown happened, and then obviously we found out that like never plays for Brighton. What on earth are we doing trying to get a reject from Brighton for one? But then he goes to West Ham, and now we're all like, great guy. He goes to West
Yeah,
Ham.
we missed out there.
We love him now. He's now a Palace legend in his own right. And then obviously it got announced. It was gone 7:00 that he got. I think that it was like, nah, it's not happening. Shambles of a day. Like how this is going to affect Glasner and Parish's relationship. Who knows? Like, and even Guehi himself. Look, ultimate professional. Let's just give a shout out to Mark Guehi, right? Like,
Yeah,
Wissa
yeah.
and Isak have been.
He's not like the
you
Isaks
know,
of the world. Like
yeah.
even playing against Villa the other day, thinking he's leaving. you
Yeah,
know?
the day before, and he puts
Yeah.
in a shift like that and scores
Yeah.
a world. He hasn't signed a new contract. He wants to go next year. I really hope someone else comes in for him now, like Bayern Munich or something, so he doesn't go to Liverpool. I think that'd be really funny. We know that he wants to go, but with the World Cup year next year, he's from South London. He was very happy just to see it out and go on a free next year. So the power was in Palace's hands, and Liverpool they've gone out and spent how much money, and they tried to lowball us for like whatever money it was. So we're well within our rights to want more money, and then obviously coming in on deadline day. Well, I don't know what Parish was thinking accepting that. So I'm really glad that I think Dasma's probably like knocked on the door and said, if you do this, I'm out. And thankfully we got to the right decision.
You think that's what happened?
yeah, it seems like the order of events and what Glasner said publicly, like it sounds like that's the case. And like reports are coming out today that Guehi's really unhappy that the move has fallen through. But I'm like, I think if he, and I don't know obviously, but I think if he really, really wanted to go yesterday, they wouldn't have stood in his way. I don't think. And also you talk about like the effect of Glasner and Parish's relationship. The whole saga yesterday was a nightmare to witness as a Palace fan. Be like, what are we doing? The toxically positive side of me thinks, well, maybe the fact that we ultimately did side with Glasner, and we did, and Parish went, you know what, I'm going to back you over what I think is best. That to me feels like a big thing for him to do. And I do hope that once the dust settles, Glasner will be like, fair enough, he actually did do that. Palace don't do that with managers. Historically, they've constantly overruled managers. Tony Pulis left as a result of us falling out with him. Ironically, because he didn't want to sign Wilfried Zaha back, who then went on to be like our greatest ever player. So that was the right decision.
Zaha, best ever player.
Yeah.
But I obviously want to talk about Eze. Is he not a contender for best ever player?
I actually think Eze's own status in Palace is probably a little bit diminished to what it could be because Zaha exists. Like Zaha was just like, he was Palace for so long, and like he just embodied everything. And like Eze kind of filled the void that Zaha left in the way that he played, and like the fact he's a South London, but like that will always be Zaha's spot. I don't know what someone would have to do to overtake Zaha as Palace's greatest ever player. That doesn't mean he's our best ever player.
Zaha hasn't won anything with you, whereas Eze has.
Yeah, so it's the classic old debate, and maybe I think we're going to be in agreement here, because also a lot of people say Elise, best ever player for Palace. Technically, yes, but Wilfried Zaha, you can't underestimate what he did for the club, and I think people from outside Palace may not understand that. Why would you? You don't go week in, week out. When you're finishing 15th, 16th, 17th, 12th most seasons, we go under the radar. But Zaha single-handedly kept us in the Premier League, got us to the Premier League in 2013, kept us there, and just like you say, like was Crystal Palace. He did so much for the community. He did a lot for the women's team. Like he is the GOAT, but that doesn't mean he's the best footballer. Like I think Elise is the, in my lifetime, of course there'll be people from way back when that might say someone else, but in my lifetime it's Michael Elise. I mean, Ballon d'Or winner, hopefully, I'd like to think. And then obviously Eze, I'm still like really heartbroken about.
So you expected his departure? I thought he was going to Spurs, so the Arsenal thing.
I mean, yeah,
crazy.
I mean, like yes and no. Right? I understand the model of Palace. This is what we do. Like we buy players on cheap from the Championship, build them up, and then we sell them on. But like, I just loved Eze. I loved him as a player. He's my favourite player, and I'm a fan at the end of the day. So I want to see that. Like 60 million. Like,
So you thought he would stay this pre-season?
I thought there was a chance, yeah, because his release clause wasn't getting met. If Havertz doesn't get injured, Arsenal don't get him. I'm really happy for him. No Palace fan is like judging him whatsoever. It's just like sad, isn't it?
I didn't think he'd go because I didn't think a team would pay the money for him.
Really?
Yeah. In terms of a signing, I don't think you could actually ask for any more. Like we signed him for 16 million. We had him for 5 years. We got the best out of him. Everyone loved him. Then he won us the FA Cup, and then we sold him for 68 million quid. It's like that. It literally doesn't get any better than that. I mentioned the food chain earlier. It's a great advert for Palace, for young players coming to Palace. So they see Elise go to Bayern last summer. They see Eze go to Arsenal this summer. I mean, I know obviously Guehi didn't go to Liverpool. He will probably go to Liverpool
Yeah.
next year. Young players are hopefully going to see that and go, yeah, I want to do that. If we get those type of players through the door the whole time, I don't really mind if we sell them, because the idea is you have a constant like conveyor belt of all of them.
We kind of covered Palace. We'll bring you up a bit more, but it's good to speak about other teams as well. So Liverpool, obviously, talked about them quite a bit there. Are they obviously going to win the league now, do we think?
I had Arsenal to win the league before the season started. I have a theory that if like everyone unanimously agrees something's going to happen before the season starts, it just never does happen.
Right.
Like everyone's saying Brentford are going to go down, therefore Brentford just won't go down, because that's just like how football works. I actually think Liverpool missing out on Guehi is like pretty big for them. Their attack is obviously stacked and they'll be really good to watch, but I think they'll actually have like a bit of a transition year this year. I know that sounds really
What,
weird.
for them all to gel together, you think?
Yeah, because like they've signed a lot of players. Like if you look at what will be their starting 11 now, you've got 5 new players in there at least. Like Frimpong, Kirkhead, Ekitike, Wirtz, Isak. You assume they'll all play in some capacity. The pressure is on them to win it. I don't think they got lucky last year, but everything just went for them last year.
Yeah.
Like Van Dijk played every game, Salah played every game. Their rivals didn't really turn up. At the end of the day, you can't change your prediction after 3 games, that's what I've been saying. Listening to the overlap on the way here, and Paul Scholes talking about the Liverpool-Arsenal game. And he was like, well, it's 3 games into the season. It's a free hit for Arsenal, really. I was like, well, it's not. It's Liverpool away. Like that. Those are the same points all the way through the season.
Yeah.
Like that just made no sense to me. If you're watching, Paul, that was waffle.
And he will be watching Matchday menu. He will be.
Yeah, I had Liverpool to win the league, and as you say, I won't change my prediction 3 games in. I just don't think Arsenal have got the bite to win
I
it.
put City down as winning.
Yeah, I think
Is that shocking?
Look,
I know
I
it's
think-
between those 3, let's
yeah,
be real.
and I
but-
think Chelsea will make up the other of the top 4.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be close. I'm hoping for a good old-fashioned title race this year and relegation battle.
I don't know,
I don't want the 3 teams to go down the same.
No.
I had Brentford to go down as well, to be fair. But I think Liverpool. Yeah, I think Liverpool. Win
Yeah. I want a random underdog to just be up there, like Villa or someone. Forest. I
They
did
bought
quite like
too
the
many
fact
players.
that they were
bought too
good
many players,
last
I
year.
feel. Like they're all just kind of.
Do you think it's panic
Hutchinson,
buying, maybe?
Yeah, Hutchinson.
But then they've not got the revenue with the whole financial fair play. I mean, I'm not.
Marinakis is involved, so therefore they get what they want. Not bitter.
Don't be bitter, be better.
Not
They
bitter,
say.
not-
I thought
What a
that
name.
Newcastle were going to be really bad this season, but I've actually been impressed.
I mean, Wiss of a 50 million. What's that now?
Yeah.
One good season for Brentford. Now he's some like
Yeah,
messiah.
that-
I thought
yeah.
that was a bit bizarre, but I'll eat my words when he gets the golden boot. But
Well, that's just looking at the teams and who they've brought in. Arsenal, 51 mil for Martin Zubamendi.
Good signing.
Christian Norgard, 15 mil from Brentford.
Sold pretty well. They've just got rid of so much dead wood.
Jenko,
To Forest. Jenko, Nelson, Vieira all went. Kirior, maybe it was Lukonga, I think, actually went. Built good depth. When they signed Eze, they were like, that's it. We've won the league. I don't think Eze is going to be the difference to them winning the league or not winning the league. He makes them better on the left. That's just because he's better than Martinelli or Trossard. I like Madueke a lot. And like, I got quite a lot of heat from Chelsea fans last year for saying that. I just think Madueke is really good. Good depth signing. What do you think about Villa's business?
Just happy that we kept basically our whole team other than Ramsey.
sad that, isn't it?
It's really sad. He didn't want to go, homegrown player, but the argument is if he wasn't homegrown, would we care? He was injured quite a lot. He wasn't any better than any of the players in midfield. If he came on, maybe it'd make a bit of an impact. He wouldn't be in the conversation if he wasn't homegrown. Didn't want him to go. And I'm sad to see him in a Newcastle shirt, and I hope he does really well for them as well. The way Emi Martinez has acted is so upsetting, but I know he loves the club, so I do think that it's not anything personal. I think his agent was pushing for it. I think Man United's a big name. We're stuck with him. He's he's world number 1. I love Emi Martinez, but it's just going to be awkward. I don't even think he'll start for the next few games, and he'll get booed, and it's going to be really toxic. Sancho, happy about that. I think Unai will revive his career, hopefully. And Harvey Elliott, I think that's a fantastic sign. That's one for me to get excited about. What was that face about?
He's good. I just don't like him as a person.
Suarez literally bites people.
Some people. He spat on someone the other day.
And I would probably still have Suarez at Villa, so...
Where's the line? Where's the line? So,
It's tough, yeah. Oh, and also Lindelof. I think that's a really
I
good
actually
sign.
quite like Lindelof.
I like Lindelof. I don't know why that's even up for debate. He's on a free. I don't think his wages are that high. 32?
There is definitely but he'll probably be getting paid decent money.
He'll
There
be
was a
on
part of me
decent
that was
money.
like, Villa's obviously wage bill. Everyone knows how like bad it was last year.
We
But
have,
then I'm
like,
like,
cut
and then
them
you've got
down.
like Jadon Sancho, who like.
That's
I mean,
confusing,
I know that United are covering. I think they're covering like
20%.
20%, but like that's still like £200 a week that Villa are having to pay.
That's what sparked the debate amongst the fans. Just the players, like Luka Dean, took a gigantic pay cut. He was one of our highest paid. And now he's got to play next to Sancho.
Premier League, he has not done much to justify, or much anything to justify earning that kind of.
No.
Hard if you're a player and you're like, why is he on that? And I'm not.
Yeah. I'd just be annoyed if I took a pay cut. Like Luca Dean, for example. There's a few of them. But if I took a pay cut and then he's waltzed in, given his, like, Luca Dean arguably has played better than him of different positions.
Yeah, he's had more of an impact on the Prem than Sancho.
Yeah,
has.
and
it's actually crazy to think that. But
yeah,
it's true.
yeah. I can imagine that will upset the camp. But yeah, overall, I'm not happy with this summer, but we can only do so much. And I think that's actually lifted the mood amongst the fans after Sunday night versus Palace. So I'm pretty glad about that. What are your expectations for this season?
The Conference League, like Spurs last year, finished 17th. No one cares.
Do you have any league expectations? You genuinely just don't care?
It's going to be 12th. Come on, it's where we live. But
it's nice and comfy there.
Yeah, it'd be lovely to see progression, and obviously it'd be nice finishing like a European place. But the fact that we are in Europe this year for the first time ever, if we can go on a really good run, we can win it. We're favourites to win it on every betting app, by the way. I don't know if we've seen that.
I'm not surprised.
We're not an underdog in this competition.
The whole Europa League getting demoted was like, I mean, we quite obviously didn't agree with it as a premise, but the best case scenario, genuinely, including staying in the Europa League, was getting demoted and winning the Conference League. Because then you get 2 years of Europe and a European trophy. So hopefully that happened. And we took it the playoff game. We were full strength, and it was against a mid-table Norwegian team.
Right, well, honestly, it's been a pleasure to have you guys on. So, like I said, we're at Freddy's in Selhurst. So if you are coming to the ground or you're local, come along. We're about to finish this because it's absolutely delicious. This is Matchday Menu with your host, Amy. I've got Ollie and Joe. We've got an international break. I don't know which set of fans I'll be hosting next. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you and goodbye.